welcome, welcome, welcome. Onward,
Yep,
VR
same here.
Master League.
0-0.
Woo, that was loud. Week 2. These guys yelling in the tent. They need to calm it down. All right, Onward, VR Master League. Season 10, Week 2, Silent Purge versus BossFight. There we go. That's the info. All right, so let's look at the bans. Pick bans real quick because we have those. On the Silent Purge side, we're gonna be banning Snow Peak. This is the wrong team. Snow Peak. And then on the BossFight side, we're gonna be banning Downfall. So 2 very long-range maps off the table right out the gate. That leaves us with Quarantine. And I mean, if you call Bazaar a long-range map, then you have Bazaar. But basically, it just leaves us with Quarantine. Now, I think both these teams are very good at Quarantine. Let's take a look at the stats page. Teams have played each other a lot. A lot. But overall, it looks like BossFight, Silent Purge, BossFight. It seems like BossFight has the advantage here. It looks like they've won more than they've lost against Silent Purge. But Silent Purge has, I mean, last season at least, they were doing really well. And they've got good players. BossFight, however, also has good players, and Radar and Viper are back on the team, and Weather Balloon apparently is back on the team as well. I'm seeing him on the roster. Speaking of rosters, Silent Purge have Dom Patron, Button UK, Hoochie UK, Malno, Scorpio, Architect, RP, SPT, and Sri Lankan. And BossFight have Scooby-Doo, Legil, Radarhead, The Lonely Viper, Highfish, 35, UC Death, and Weather Balloon. So, pretty good rosters both sides, and pretty veteran rosters on both sides, I guess, is what I would call it. Let's see, the teams are in here, and we do know map 1. Map 1 is going to be, anybody care to guess? Can you tell by the background noises? Map 1's going to be Bazaar. Now, if we look at the stats pages for these two teams, map common history, Bazaar. It looks like they're very even. Wow. They couldn't have picked, I mean, they're very even on a couple, but Bazaar, Day. Silent Purge has 51% win, and BossFight has 49% win. So that's like neck and neck. They've played it 6 times. They've both won it 3. There's 1 round difference overall. So very close. I mean, like, probably the tightest map they could have. Although, somehow, Quarantine Day, they've only played 5 times. Silent Purge has won it twice. BossFight has won it 3 times. However, they've all won the same number of rounds, 15 rounds each, so it's 50-50. So I think we're going to see some Quarantine as well. But we're hopping right into round number 1. And we are over here on the... This is the east side, yeah. Eastern Courtyard Objective. Good one to start out with. BossFight on defense. Spreading out. Silent Purge on the quick approach. They got the quick spawn on the west side, which lets them push right across the middle of the Bazaar. Let's take a look here. Gucci's waiting, looking for those kills for anyone to pop out into the Bazaar area. Sri Lankan is just running up. Scooby-Doo put some shots out. Sri Lankan comes around the corner and finds 2. Sri Lankan's on objective. Oh, 35 finds him from Blue Room. What a mad push there. If this replay caught that. That's such a crazy play. He just ran for the objective with none of his team backing him up. Scorpio putting shots out from the Kiot side. Calling out that north wall. And north wall did rotate? Or, yeah. I think they rotated. BossFight down to 3 players now. All 3 of them crashing into the objective. It looks like they're resetting their defense because they really don't want to be left with just one man guarding the objective. As you can see how fast Sri Lankan was able to just take down 2 of them. Radar calling out to Highfish so he doesn't get shot by a friendly. Silent Purge have all 4 members still up. And they're slowly creeping in now. Highfish getting a little peeky here. And I'm pretty sure that Button is going to be able to see him. Let's turn on those lasers real quick. Button definitely just saw him. Was on the radio. Stopped his call. He's looking for a better angle. He's trying to find that angle. He can't find it. There he goes. He finds the angle. Very aggressive defense from BossFight. When you're down already 2 men, 1 man overall compared to the attackers. Now you're down 2. Uchi's creeping in here. It looks like they did hand out drum mags to their assault classes, so they have lots of firepower. I mean, best bet, you're gonna assume someone's in blue room because that's a good defensive position. 35 in an uncommon defensive position. He's kind of just hanging out there. Not sure if he's gonna be able to catch Uchi. Smokes from Button on the blue room. 35 does find Hoochie. Radar peeks his head out now. Don Patron goes down to Radar, but he takes down 35 first. Now it's all up to Radar. He knows he's alone. He checks his tablet. Button's there making noise. Radar has to do something. Scorpio and Button coming around the east side. Radar's just running around checking. They should be able to use these footsteps to their advantage. Honestly, if I think they're gonna pie in just really, really well, and someone should get these shots. Silent Purge should definitely win this attack right here. This Radar is just standing out in the open. Scorpio finds him, and Silent Purge take their first point of the series. Solid plays all around. Silent Purge getting very, very pushy to start with. And it worked out. I mean, I think what it did is it just put BossFight on their back foot, right? You had one guy that got all the way to the objective and took down 2 of your players. At that point, you're like, oh crap, where is everyone else? Like, if the rest of the team had followed through on that push that Sri Lankan did, it could have been a cap in like 30 seconds because they only had 1 other player on the eastern courtyard, so it would have been 2 down to Sri Lankan. Sri Lankan goes down, someone refrags Highfish in the blue room, and it's opened. I mean, that's 2 points right there. So I think a little bit more coordination from Silent Purge would have helped a lot there. They still took the point, but they could have had 2, I think. Taking a look at the map or the match page for these guys, trying to figure out what we're gonna see. So historically, they've played Bazaar, Quarantine, Suburbia, Cargo, Downfall, and Subway. Downfall's banned, so that leaves us with Quarantine, Subway, Suburbia, and Cargo. We're definitely gonna see some Cargo. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that we're not gonna see Cargo. Just trying to figure out what that middle map is gonna be, and I'm feeling some Quarantine, but it is a BossFight pick, so. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Quarantine. It's a BossFight pick. What am I saying? Here we go. Round number 2. Are Silent Purge going to be as aggressive on their defense as they were on their offense? Are they going to send someone flanking? Are they going to send someone pushing? It doesn't look like BossFight spawned at the quick spawn, so they're going to have to push across the main street and then into the west alleys. And one is, if you look at the overhead here, one is flanking all the way around the south side. It looks like Silent Purge did get a little aggressive. I mean, if you look in the top there, they pushed someone out along that north wall. Not super far, but pretty far. Uchi there, just waiting, holding a really long, tight angle. Viper and Radar here with the shield shooter combo. Viper's going to be pushing along the north road. Nope, he's going to give up.
Shut up. You ain't hear nothing, boy.
We do with the drone, sending it out from mid. Gonna try and get those. Is he gonna try and use it for sound cover, or is he gonna try and scan positions? I think I mean, using it as sound cover would probably be the best way. You put it up in one of these buildings and then they can't shoot it, and it just sits there and covers all kinds of footsteps and everything. Nate's coming out. Hoochie backing off. Pretty sure Viper knows he's there. Just waiting. Viper only has a pistol though, so he's at a disadvantage. He has a shield, but hitting those longer shots is going to be difficult. Hoochie now readying the nade, yeeting it. Is it going to find Viper? Oh, it does! Watch that one again real quick while we're waiting for that res to come out. That res did come out. Hoochie throws that nade and it lands right inside the courtyard. He threw it where Viper was rotating to, which is just beautiful. Beautiful play. All 5 members of both teams still up. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. 35 creeping up. Not really sure what his approach is going to be. But you've got Highfish here on the south side waiting, and Scooby-Doo now coming across the street. They're going to have to deal with Scorpio. Hoochie moving positions in a very open area in the northeast corner. Scorpio over here. A airburst frag to check for anyone on that pallet there in this courtyard, but that's not where Scorpio is. He is sitting a little bit farther back than most defenders would. He's kind of watching the eastern approach, which I don't really see. You don't see teams come in this way very often, especially when you've got 5 up on both sides. So he's kind of more of a last man standing kind of thing. And to guard that eastern courtyard so that people don't come in there. And then you have lines of fire onto the objective from over where he is. You can shoot over the wall. And there's a lot of coverage. Viper trying to bait stuff with that shield drop. A rifle on you? No, you don't have a rifle on you. Viper's just trying to bait out people with that shield noise. 35 finds Don Patron as he peeks out the corner. Nice heads up play there. Shots from Highfish. Trade with Scorpio on the eastern courtyard. Button still in the blue room. Anyone? Where did Scooby go? Oh, he moved up. All right, so they're on to the objective now. Silent Purge only have 2 defenders. Sri Lankan gonna have to deal with Viper. Viper throws a nade in there. Oh, and a Sri Lankan with a Molotov doesn't find it. BossFight round out the kills, picking up Button on his rotation back and take their own point. Tied up 1-1. Judging from these first two rounds here, this is going to be a great matchup. I'm so glad that they scheduled this at a time that I could cast it, because I was looking forward to this match all week. I mean, I love watching these two teams play. They're very good at both aggression and the slow play, and they switch between it at what seems like the click of a radio, right? Like they're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then all of a sudden there's like a signal and everyone's just goes for it. And it's so nice to watch teams lean into that aggression. It's more fun to play that way, right? It's more fun to be aggressive. And we're gonna have another good objective here. I think all the objectives on this map are good, except for the Kiat. I really don't care for the Kiat. We're going to the South Central Ice Cream Truck, which is gonna be a good one here. Gonna watch, let's see, we'll follow Silent Purge this time on their offensive round. I bet that they're spawning here. It's 50-50. We'll see if they spawn here. Oh, they teased me. They teased me. Short little beeps. All right, it looks like that was a real spawn. Oh, and I got the wrong spawn. I was close. All right, round number 3. Our warm-up rounds, Hoochie. I love playing with Hoochie. Free fire coming out. See if they're gonna make this cross. They're gonna use smokes for this cross. There are the smokes. That gives away the spawn, but they did move far enough away that their 2 in the bazaar are pretty good. The smokes land very well. Scorpio finds Scooby-Doo at the blue room. Yeah, coming out of the blue room. Not really sure. It's a pretty late time to be at that spot if he was going for blue room. I don't know where he was coming from. Highfish, however, using those enemy smokes and is pushing up, getting very aggressive. He finds one. Highfish finds Sri Lankan. Now Button's coming back for him. Button finds him. He really should have taken the shots and left. I think he should have backed off. He would have had a better time there. Now Don Patron and Hoochie. Don Patron makes it in the blue room. Oh, and he repeats it, trying to find 35, and a trade happens. Scorpio's running right up on objective now. Scorpio's on the objective, takes down one. Radar coming in. No, Radar not pushing in. Radar ring around the rosy with Scorpio here. Radar finds Scorpio, but Hoochie finds Radar. Now it's all up to Lonely Viper. Don Patron gets revived. There's 3 members of Silent Purge up and 1 member of BossFight left. I mean, this could totally be a cap if you just played this right and sent someone around the west side. The Viper has to come up and check this. As soon as he takes these shots on the Dawn, Hoochie's gonna be there. Yeah, Button, they should send Button around the other way. Viper waited until he had nowhere to go. Shot him in the middle of the street. Oh, Hoochie tries to rush him and Viper gets the kill. Now Button is waiting. Viper with the pre-fire around the corner, blind fire, is just trying to defend this objective. Ooh, that was a frag? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Viper, no! Well, so here's the thing. Viper just killed himself as last man standing, which technically is supposed to give Marsoc 2 points, and that mechanic is broken. So, I don't really know what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to a quick intermission. I will sort this out. I will be right back, people. right, I'm not sure how that's going to shuffle out. I'm waiting on the mods, but they apparently are just going for it. However, Silent Purge, I believe, should have 3 points right now. Poochie finds Scooby-Doo on the pre-fire. Sri Lankan downs another one from that western defensive position. Ducks the shots. Cannot get the confirm, though. But the nade... Nope. The res did come out. The nade was very nice, though. Not close enough. 35 peeks a corner. Shoots through that fence, which is really hard to do because that fence sometimes decides it just doesn't want to let bullets through. Defense here. Oh, wow. Who is this? Sri Lankan? No, Scorpio. Obviously, it was Scorpio. Why did I even question if it was Scorpio? Scorpio loves his flanks, and he's pushing up very slowly and quickly. Sorry, slowly and quietly. Words are hard today. And 35 comes running up on him. Scorpio hears these footsteps. He's going to get at least one. The question is, can he get more than one before they get the refrag? Creeping up here. Ooh, just barely missed high fish. No one's here. They're all rotating. He's gonna get high fish. He finds high fish, but a trade happens. And now 35 is gonna rotate back, see if there's an enemy in the western courtyard. That's gonna put a little bit of a hamper because they don't know that that was a trade, so they can't assume that their flank is protected. There are other 4 members of Silent Purge still on the objective. And then we're seeing BossFight opting to go all the way around and come down the western approach now. We got Radar and Viper, and 35 are the 3 members left standing on the BossFight side. Does Viper have? He does. He has a sniper rifle and a drum mag. The best combo right there. That's the best combo. And he's slowly creeping across the street. It's very hard to see a prone person all the way at the edge of the map. And he's using that sniper rifle to scan that 12x. And he might have an angle on, let's see. No, 30. Who is that? I can't tell. I can't read that. Is that Hoochie? That's Hoochie. If Hoochie peeks, he'll be able to get him, but I think where Hoochie's standing right now, he's protected. But that's also going to allow the cross to happen. I mean, if you don't peek it, then you don't defend it. So Viper took all his time crossing the street nice and prone and quiet, and then Radar just comes running across. Gotta love it. Viper's, I believe we've seen this play before, and he's just going to stay here and watch right there. I mean, that's what the sniper rifle's good for. He's going to hold down that objective while the rest of his team pushes up. Smoke's coming out on the south side, drawing some attention, but you don't have to have everyone look because there's still 4 members up, and there's only 38 seconds left. This push just has to happen, and they know it. They're going to hear those 30-second beeps, and Button is going to be ready to pull that trigger as Radar runs this corner. One goes down. The next one's going to come around the corner. Viper doesn't find anyone, but he goes down to Hoochie, and 35 comes around. He does find Button, but he's only got 20 seconds, and he has to come out the door and find Hoochie. And that's it. Silent Purge takes their 3rd point. Quick look at that replay real quick. Yeah. Good defense by Silent Purge. So, I talked to the mods, and they're not giving Silent Purge 2 points as of right now. And because the teams just kept playing instead of waiting for a ruling, I think that that's just gonna, that's how it's gonna be. So, yeah. It was a legitimate defense, and really, I didn't think that frag would catch him. I'm not really sure how it caught him. It looked like it was way clear of the corner, so it appears that Silent Purge is doing the gentleman thing and not forcing that. But here we go. We're going on to round number something. 4? 5. Round number 5. BossFight on defense, Silent Purge. Pushing up that western side very aggressively. We're going to probably see another try for a cap, I think. Don missing his shots onto Highfish. Highfish now peeking out and finding Button in a crazy trade. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw blood on Highfish's screen, so not sure how he survived that. Sri Lankan finds him, though. Scorpio now pushing up into the 35 on the north wall. Is kind of pinned. He doesn't have a way out because there's an opening behind him and an opening in front of him. He's kind of stuck here. The smoke does save his life, though. He should use it to his advantage and rotate out. He rotated to a pretty good position. That's a great defense right there, I think. I mean, I don't know. Those barrels might be penetrable, but who knows? You can hear Radar's smooth, sexy voice as Scorpio is trying to line him up. He's just following the talking. Radar hearing things. Hearing footsteps. Oh, and that rotation, oh, could have got him killed. I mean, he just ran down there. But also, Radar's the only man on objective, calling that out now, forcing a rotation.
Whiskey, 1 down.
35 finds Scorpio on the cross. Scorpio. Oh, Radar left the objective. Could have been capable. BossFight seems to be panicking here. Don Patron finds 35. Viper on a flank finds Hoochie. Don Patron is just downed. Radar is going to sneak over here. Sri Lankan, last man standing. What? Okay, Radar shot that body. Y'all saw that, right? Someone clip that. He shot that body. Rez is going to come out. The kill count is going to be off. Don up and just running back in there. Trying to find Radar. Reloads. Oh, but he gets picked up by Viper from the backside. Sri Lankan finds Viper, but Radar finds Sri Lankan. Good plays there by BossFight. Good defense on that Kiat objective, which is relatively hard to defend. Especially when at points they only had one player on that objective and he was hearing things. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I don't know if one man can't defend that. There's at least 4 cap positions inside the Kiat, plus outside if you prone up in smoke in the Bazaar. So one man really can't defend that. If he misses someone running into the other side, he has to go downstairs, around the building, back up the stairs, and I know some people that can cap in like 2 seconds. So, I mean, by the time you hear his footsteps on the other side, you're probably out of time. But like I said, a very even matchup here. I mean, it's super tight, and I love watching these guys play. And I'm glad that Viper and Radar are finding time again to get back into it, and got back into it with, I mean, without missing a step. These guys took a season or 2 off and just came back in last season at the end of the season, and we're just knocking it out of the park. I mean, BossFight has never been a team to take lightly. We're gonna hop into now round number 6. Now, Silent Purge knows if they get capped on, they lose. Well, but all they have to do is defend. Where is the offense? 35, putting shots out. Southeastern courtyard. Trying to find Button. Dawn did make it across here. But he's not in the common position. He's watching a longer angle, and he's protected from the blue room, which is where Scooby and them are coming from. So normally, like you're seeing the lasers right here, they're in that, in there or in the window looking out across. But Dawn is in a different position, and he's probably going to have the advantage. They're super. Oh, but Dawn peeks it, and Scooby finds him with a nice headshot. A quick snapshot from Scooby while prone. That peek shot. Just instant reaction from Scooby. Highfish finds Scorpio flanking on the western side. That's the problem with this map, is if you try and go for a flank, there's so many angles you have to watch, and if you don't have an idea of where their team is, which right now, BossFight is spread out all over the map, so there was no safe way to go around the western side unless you went all the way to the far west. But that takes a lot more time, and time as a flanker is not necessarily something you have a lot of, especially if it's the Kiat. If you lose 1 or 2 guys and you're all of a sudden out over in the western, the mini market or something, you can't get back to the objective fast enough to defend it. Scooby, Radar, and Viper pushing up on the eastern side. That nade not making it over the wall like Viper wanted it to. I'm assuming Sri Lanka's going to find him from the north. Good little pick there. Sri Lanka now rotating. I'm not really sure what this rotation is. There you go. That's where I would have gone. Gonna look for Radar here. Doesn't see Radar. Runs back. I think Radar may or may not have heard those steps. Not really sure. Sri Lanka's just kind of out in the middle of the street, though. Got a little desk pop from 35 there. Drawing attention. Scooby finds Hoochie. Button's trying to find Scooby. Scooby finds Button. Smoke's coming out now. Sri Lankan coming around the corner. Scooby and Sri Lankan trade, and BossFight tie it up 3-3. Take a look at that real quick. This rush out. Nope, that's not the replay I wanted. Apparently, I did not capture the one. But that was a good replay, too. You know, nice snapshot there. So now we're at a tie game, 3-3. At least we got the Kiat out of the way, and no one capped on it. So now you're having the Western objective for the last point. Now, there are a lot of cappable positions on this one, and I know I've seen some very, very quick caps. So, for those of you at home new to the game, there's a radius around this objective that you can cap on. It ignores buildings and elevation and all that. It's a sphere. So you can cap from anywhere, like right here, in. You can cap from back here. You can cap from inside here. And you can cap from, ooh, I'm not in the building. Here we go. You can cap from right in here. So, with that being said, if you're the last man standing and you have to defend this, you basically have to just run laps around all three of those spots, hoping that you catch the guy. And if he's really clever, he could wait for you to run through. He could be hiding over here somewhere and wait for you to run through and kind of sneak in behind you. But there's just a lot of space to cover as a defender. And, you know, if they get that close, it's panic time. I mean, you should definitely be worried if you don't have anyone on the objective for 3 seconds. You should be worried. Round number 7. BossFight defending. Silent Purge have been pretty good. I think they've taken all but one. I don't think they took the Kiat, but they've taken 2 Marsoc rounds. Which he's looking for that peak over the kill box. Scorpio sitting there looking for the peak on the bottom of the kill box, just proned up there. Got 2 on the north and 1 in the far, not the far south, but the southwestern corner, Button UK in the southwest quadrant. BossFight in a, well, I'm not actually sure. What are these 2 guys doing? Are they guarding each other? Is that what's happening here? Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. Viper is shooting over Scooby's head. Not really sure what Scooby is doing. Does he have a C4 or something? Do you have your C4 on you? You do. It's still sitting on your chest. Does Viper have a C4? No. Yes. Can't see. Somewhere you planted a C4, so there's somewhere there's a C4. I have no idea where. I want to assume it's like back here somewhere, guarding his rear. I'm not really sure where he would have thrown it. Let's take a look at this north approach here. They're coming a little slow. They have all the time in the world, and this is map point. So they have to get this point. They don't have to get a cap. They don't have to worry about getting a cap. They just have to worry about getting kills, which means they can force BossFight to rotate back to the objective. But if you're smart, if you're BossFight, you can also understand that a cap doesn't really matter. It won't throw off the outcome of the match very much, because if you get killed, you lose. If you get capped on, you lose. So they don't have to rotate back to the objective, and they could also passively wait for Silent Purge to go for the objective and kill them. So, you know, it depends on your mindset. Sure, getting capped on is embarrassing, but if your option is run out in the street and die, or possibly get a kill and secure the round by letting them get to the objective, you've got a choice to make. We're 3 minutes in and no one has shot yet. Scoopy looks like he was pointing out that there was someone above him, but there's not anyone anywhere near him. Silent Purge slowly creeping up on the north wall. One behind Kiat.
Awesome. One in the north.
Fish gets Sri Lankan creeping up that north wall. There's not a lot of cover. I think he probably was prone, but there's just not a lot of cover there. And, you know, hitting the guy that peeks that window is a lot more difficult than them shooting you when you have nowhere to go. I mean, there's no cover. None. Dawn is in the north now looking, seeing if there's a rotation away. I mean, if you're Fish and you kill one guy in the north and then it's clear, do you rotate? Do you leave? Do you give up on this angle? Because, I mean, who is dumb enough to come through where you already killed one of their teammates? I think Don knows that, and he's expecting a cross here or a rotation away, but I think Fish is actually going to go push. Seems a little aggressive on the last point. Button sees Radar. Radar makes it to the truck. Scooby finds Gucci. 35 finds Scorpio. Don Patron takes shots. Button downs Radar. Ooh, Scooby-Doo almost blows himself up right there. 35 finds Scorpio. The call-outs come out. Scooby is waiting for him. Viper trying to find Don Patron. Don's rushing towards Viper, trying to find the window shot, but Viper stands up and finds him. Now it's all up to Button. 35 gets the res on a Viper. Button is coming around the backside. He sees 35, he shoots at 35, he finds Radar. Button finds him, and he goes down hard. Let's watch that last one. He had like 4 guys shooting at him. So that's it for map number 1. I am getting pinged in the sit room, so I will be right back. There may be a change in the score. We're gonna go quick intermission. All right, so it seems like the points are standing. So the score goes 4-3 in favor of BossFight on map number 1. And we're moving on to map number 2, which is going to be Subway. Yes, so the mods are in chat and they are saying that the The suicide will stand. Basically, the ruling was because it was a legitimate defense, he didn't off himself. He threw a nade and tried to defend the objective, and it was an accident that the ruling is only 1 point. Now, I'm assuming once the mechanic gets fixed, then that will no longer be ruled on. I mean, it would just happen. If you commit suicide as the last player on Volk, you will give 2 points away. Now, that mechanic has been broken for a very long time. All right, we're going into Subway round number 1, North Objective. It's gonna be a great way to start off, you know, this Subway map. Because this objective is just so much fun. We see all kinds of crazy approaches. We see people prone down these stairs firing LMGs at both corners. We see frags come flying down. We see C4s come flying up. Patron and Hoochie gonna be pushing this. The nades coming out on both sides. Ooh, I think that Viper and Highfish go down. I think that they were a little behind on their flash to flash the Marsoc. There we go, watch it. Yeah, the defending flash was too far. Scorpio finds another one.
Do not kill the guy.
But his count is a little off. He said 4 down. Shot from 35 down button. Sri Lanka's gonna run up here. Finds one. Now it's all up to Scooby. Scooby's on the back of the objective. Sri Lanka's on objective capping. This is a cap. This is over. Scooby runs right past him. Oh my God. Yeah, let's watch that one. Nope. Not that one. Try this again. How about now? Oh, a little too late. Yeah, man, wow, he was tucked in that corner so hard. Silent Purge coming back and taking 2 points, even though they had a bad count on the kills. Sri Lankan just came running across there, got a nice kill on the platform, ran right to the objective, and just punched that code in. That's, wow. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. And if those early, not early, but if those starting flashbangs on the defense had been shorter, had just gone right over the wall, or even if they'd gone like past the dumpster and got it, that could have changed the whole outcome of that match, because those two on the north wouldn't have gone down. Round number 2. That flash right there might have been a little early. There's a drone here. Did Viper just frag a drone? He did. He fragged a drone. I'm not sure. I was not looking at the time on that flash. If someone would clip that. Another frag coming up and over. Viper's just running up there with the shield. Oh, Don Patron downs himself. No. Poochie downed Don Patron with a frag, which set off his C4, which downed Viper.
Run it to the machine.
Copy.
High fish finds Scorpio. Another C4 goes off.
Go.
Another frag goes down. That's gonna catch one. Sri Lankan goes down to a nade. These guys need to watch their fire. They're coming across each other.
Still one on soda machine.
Poochie goes down on the cross back. Now it's all up to Button. Viper's got tablet out, memorizing that code. Oh, High Fish takes the kill. I'm not sure what Button was doing. He was looking for something. He had his tablet and he threw it on the ground. But BossFight take their first point. I think I got that right. Yeah. BossFight take their first point. Let's see what objective we're going to go to next. It's going to be the center platform. Now, with the way that Silent Purge played their last objective, that north objective, I could totally see a cap happening for those at home. If you're new to the game, here is the cap radius on this objective. You can cap from this side of the map. You can also cap from right here, tucked in. If you're like right here, you can cap. And then obviously anywhere like around it. But those are the two protected cap locations on this one. I don't know if you can cap from over here. That doesn't really, I mean, unless you knew all the defenders were over on that side of the platform, I don't even think this would be a viable area to cap from. So I've never actually tried it. But yeah. Silent Purge can definitely put the pressure on here. And here we go. The good beeps. Round 3 on map number 2. And go up the stairs here. See who's coming down the overpass. Doesn't look like anybody is going to be coming this way. I see 2 going down the tunnels, 2 going down the south stairs, and oh, here comes Button. Shots from Don Patron. C4 goes off early from Viper. Viper's lighting that Molotov. Let's see if he sets himself on fire. Oh yes, let's turn on the laser, shall we? He got the call out on 2 on the south. Let's see. Other 2 are Scorpio and Sri Lankan downstairs. Nobody is down there to counter them. And then Button UK is up here in the overpass. Is there a C4 up here somewhere? There is, right there. Very visible C4. Honestly, if I was Button, I would just kind of drop some stuff. Maybe throw something down the stairs. Throw a knife. What do we do? Late on the clacker. Button at a safe distance. Maybe he's going to try and take shots at the C4. High fish waiting for him to peek this side. Shots from Viper. He somehow missed Hoochie making this cross. Button finds High Fish from the overpass. Now Viper's being pinched. Scooby-Doo, explosions. Scooby's gonna peek the corner. Scooby is one with the trash can. Button's waiting. They're both just waiting. Who's gonna get the peek? Oh, it looks like Button's gonna go the other way. Radar finds Button as he goes down, though. A Viper's right here looking for Don Patron. Don Patron finds Scooby-Doo on the overpass. Viper finds Don Patron. Hoochie finds Viper. Nice little kill there. Did that replay work? 35 finds Hoochie. No, doesn't find anybody. BossFight. Oh, that was the last member of BossFight. Silent Purge. Actually, I think they had everyone standing. That was pretty good. Pretty good approach on the Silent Purge side. They might have been one down. They were one down, but not out. But I think they still had the other 4 members still standing. So that was a very good approach from Silent Purge. And they're now leading map number 2 with 3-1. And all they have to do is defend this objective. Which, you know, I thought was easy to do, but as we just saw, it's also pretty easy to overtake. So these teams play very differently than, you know, some NA teams. Oh, around reset. Betting somebody forgot their night vision. The approach by Silent Purge there, though, I mean, they spread out. Had the one in the overpass, Button with the very nice heads up, seeing that C4, running the other way, making sure he was safe from the explosion radius. He waited. I mean, that's not a position that you can push from very easily, because obviously there are going to be players down on the platform defending. But coming out of these stairs is pretty hard to do, but he was able to get the pick on the High Fish there in the stairs, which opened up this northern side and forced Radar to come over here and rotate into here. I think he's somewhere in there. But it forced him to take his eyes off of the objective. While, if he had been looking this way, he could have seen Hoochie, he could have seen Sri Lankan. Any of those guys coming down the south stairs. And yeah, just great plays. The pressure came in. It wasn't all at once. It was like the pressure is here, and then it was here, and then it was here, and then they were on the objective. And so it forced BossFight, instead of the, you know, if pressure happens all at once, everyone looks their own way, and it's fine. They're all watching their own angles. If the pressure happens from one point only, everyone focuses on that, and it doesn't usually work. But when the pressure comes like 1, 2, and 3 from different angles, that forces the defenders to swivel and like look, and I think it's the best attack option. We're hopping in around number 4. Sri Lankan has a Molotov. Looks like they're coming down the overpass. And Viper has a hot frag. Shot from Don Patron onto Viper. Oh, that nade gets him. One goes down to a C4. res is going to come out. Viper revives Highfish and then confirms Dom Patron.
I took out Steve. I took Matt.
You got him?
I've got double down.
This is not double down.
Oh, sorry, not double. Oh, sorry, I meant open over.
Movement left.
This is what happens when you make up your own random callouts.
In position, radar.
Where is Radar? There he is. Radar's coming through the north. It's going to put pressure on the button because he can't watch two angles and he gets shot from either side. But he finds Radar because the overpass was not watching his position. I'm assuming was the plan. And now Button can focus on the overpass. He sees the shield and he finds Highfish. And you can see the shield calls the shield out. Boss Fight's approach now down to 3. Silent Purge, 4 members still standing. And one of those members on Boss Fight is a shield, so that's no shooter. Oh, but Viper picks up the rifle and finds Button.
Just killed one on north double downstairs. Okay, hey, what's up? What do you want to do?
I want you to get a gun.
I'm going. That's what he told me.
Relinkin's now coming over here. Nope, rotating into the middle.
I'm gonna hit him with my shield. I'm gonna push him with my shield. Just hit him from the stairs. Hit him from the stairs while I distract him.
Ooh, what a nice flash. That actually might have worked. Oh, Sri Lankan gets the shield with the fire. Viper goes down. I want a replay of that. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Molotov. I'm surprised that Scooby didn't get caught from the shield or from the fire. Hoochie finds the backside of Scooby. 35 finds Scorpio, and now it's a 1-on-1.
I'm watching OBJ.
Hoochie does not know that he is alone.
One left.
He has an accurate kill count.
I've got no tablet mind.
He should figure out that he's alone. He doesn't have a...
Still up. Who's still up? Click if you're still up.
There we go. You don't have your tablet. You have to figure out a way to figure out if you're the last man standing. Hoochie now knows that he is alone, but he does know that there's only one left. Oh, he's looking under those steps. He's gonna see him. He saw him. Now he's just gonna wait for him to make this cross. Oh, that breath blocking the view. He knows he's right there. Misses the shots. Sees the run, takes the shots, gets it. Silent Purge take map number 2. Oh, that's not, I did not mean to replay that, but that is a fun replay to watch. Yeah, I'm really surprised that Scooby didn't get caught while Viper ran away on fire. Yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Molotovs are awesome when they work, but they just have such a hard, like, their radius for exploding is, if it's anywhere near a wall, it just gets caught and it kills you, and it's just so bad. It's so hard to get melted, you know, by your own Molotov. It's like the worst feeling. I would rather be tasered by a shield player than melted by my own Molotov. But Silent Purge dominating Subway. which is historically a boss fight heavy map. Let me look at the stats real quick. Subway, it's only been played once, and it was 4 rounds to 1 boss fight. And yes, as you just heard in the tent, map number 3 is going to be Cargo. We're gonna see some aggression here, and I think we're gonna see a little bit of that that waiting, that change up. I think we're gonna see. I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be boss fight or if it's gonna be Silent Purge. I think it's gonna be both of them. And you know, we might have the scenario where both teams decide, okay, we're gonna hold back this time, and it just nothing happens, you know. All right. Cargo stats for the folks at home. Played 4 times since Season 5. And Silent Purge has won it 3 out of 4. 13 rounds to 11. So, round-wise, it's pretty even, but Silent Purge has come out on top with that extra point to get that 4 and, you know, win the map. But it's pretty close. We'll see how BossFight decides to defend this. I mean, if it were me, I would definitely try and change some stuff up. I think I would be like, you know, they ran to the objective on Bazaar on round 1, map 1. They just ran for it. So hold back and let them come to us, and they're probably going to try and go for the objective. But on the other hand, I don't know how it's going to go. Ooh, we have a roster change up. BossFight bringing in Legilion. He's changed his name, but it's Legil. And the Silent Purge side, Hoochie, Dompatron, Sri Lankan, Scorpio, and Button. Same lineup over there. BossFight is now Scooby, Legil, Highfish, Radar, and Viper. And it's weird to change up your roster. It throws off the momentum, in my opinion. You know, you've got 5 guys that have been warmed. They've played 2 maps and are nice and warmed up. And you're gonna bring in someone, especially onto Cargo. Like, it's Cargo, it's map decider, and you're dropping one of your warmed up players for someone that hasn't been playing. Now, they do play together a lot, so I mean, I don't think that the cohesion's gonna be off, but just the warmed up versus not warmed up players is a huge factor, especially at these high levels. If you're not warmed up and you're coming in and you're gonna have to be snapshotting and, you know, quick reactions on Cargo against an aggressive team, I think I would have opted to keep my 5 players in. I wonder if they swapped him out because they lost Subway. Who did they swap out? Let's see. Scooby, Highfish, Radar, and Viper. Who are they missing? $35. They swapped out 35. Maybe 35 just doesn't like to play smaller maps. Not really sure. Not as familiar as I would like to be with these EU teams. I do like watching them. We don't get to play them as often as I would like because time zones and weekends and things like that, but they're great teams, and when I get the chance to cast these guys, I am definitely going to take it. I'm not sure what we are waiting on. Everyone is in the lobby. I mean, I get that they're, you know, you're planning, but there's only so many strats that you can have on cargo. It's not a large map, folks. Here we go. Round 1 of the map decider.
You think you got smoke? Sure. Just don't die. I need you, man. You're good at this.
Just don't die. Words of advice from a seasoned League player. Just don't die. Smoke's coming out, covering the cross. Shots ringing out onto the cross. Trying to just blind fire through the smoke and find a pick as they make that cross. Radar moving up into the yellow room. Don Patron now up into 2, sorry. Don Patron shooting at yellow room. Radar crosses and goes down to Scorpio, but Sri Lankan finds Radar. Sorry, I got that backwards. Don Patron now running up into Lagil. Lagil finds him. Scooby-Doo revives High Fish. Oh my gosh. Legil. Sri Lanka finds 1, finds 2, finds 3. Does not find the last one, though. And Viper, last man standing, gets the kill. And this is a crazy run here. Look at this. If only. Maybe he ran out of ammo. Because he killed 3 people. He might have ran out of ammo. Sri Lankan actually got 4 kills that round. 4 of those kills were Sri Lankan. He ran in, let's see. He ran into the yellow room and killed Radar. And then he ran in and killed the guys in the backfield. But BossFight still managed to squeak ahead with 1 player left standing. And that was more aggressive than I thought it would be for the first round. I definitely thought that they were gonna wait a little bit and kind of probe, but I don't know what kicked it off either. I think someone ran past this yellow room here from the eastern side of the map. They ran right past it and got killed by Radar. And immediately after that happened, shots just continuously happened. Don Patron came out of 2, shot at Radar. Sri Lankan ran in to kill Radar. They moved up onto the objective, under the pipes, and it was just a nice coordinated, the whole line pushed up at the same time, which causes people to have to focus on multiple directions at once, and that's just not something that people are normally good at. Here we go, round number 2. Lots and lots of pre-fire buttons just hanging out, waiting for the firing to stop. Uchi putting some shots out on the right side. BossFight now holding back and waiting. I think this is what I was looking for. I think that we're gonna see a very slow, methodical approach. Ooh, the cross happens. Button calls him out though. Uchi now moving up into 2. Viper throwing a nade into 3. He's trying to find that angle. Needs to pop up and find that shield. He's gonna get called out. He does get called out. They know where he's at. He goes down. Hoochie should have retreated. Legil finds him as he made it, as he went outside the building. Ooh, Don Patron finds High Fish.
Enemy end of pipes.
Who's flying that drone around? Res is coming out both sides. Legil downs Don Patron at the back end of pipe. Scorpion now pushing up. right across someone's line of fire. Who is that? Who is over there? Radar is up in the red box on the right. Button throws a frag too far. And a friendly frag. Lonely Viper is going to shoot Radar. Radar finds Scorpio.
One dead Falcon, one dead Falcon, one dead Falcon. Lee's trying to beat down.
Oh, friendly. Jeez, I thought you were an enemy. I knew he killed you.
I wouldn't have been happy if you'd done that.
Wouldn't have been happy.
Anything for me?
Negative.
The greatest love story. Radar and Viper. Oh my gosh. If someone had been at barrels, that was a beautiful throw. It just rolled right off the edge and down on their head. 2 members of Silent Purge still standing. 4 members of BossFight up. Radar kind of pinned in that red container. Viper right there with the shield.
Shield hit.
A frag. No, a flash coming out. Sri Lankan running around on the objective. Has to make sure that that building's clear. You can cap from inside that building Sri Lankan's in. Right in the corner, I believe. And you can cap from inside the red container. Sri Lankan's peeking. He's going to get caught from the other side. He goes down to Radar as he tries to find Viper. Button finds Radar. Viper calling for a cap. Confirms Sri Lankan. He's going to get shot in the backside here. No, Viper finds the kill, actually. Cap was happening. Viper, I don't think Viper was actually trying to kill at that point. I think he was trying to distract, because if you look at this replay, I think it's Scooby is right there up in the smoke. But he accidentally finds a headshot, and BossFight take their second point. Oh man, accidental kills. Accidental kills are the worst. Especially when you know it's the last guy standing and you're like, I'm just gonna shoot around him, and he just kind of moves into your gunshots. Who does that? Who moves into fire? And the objective doesn't really move. So it's not the same objective. It just looks like it. It was there, and now it's here. I don't know if you can cap this one from inside this corner. I think that's a little too far. I would have to go in and check, but you can cap it from inside this container or around back here. BossFight up 2 points on what Silent Purge, I think, assumed that was going to be their map. I mean, they picked this map. And historically, they've done better at it. But right now, not looking too hot. Sri Lankan has 4 kills, but they've got 2 people with 0. We're at round 3. All of these smokes coming out. All of them. Yeah. Throw as many smokes as you can. Gun up. Sri Lanka's going to run into High Fish. High Fish is going to find him. Button's going to run just right past him. Don Patron finds him on the backside. Don Patron's just running up onto this objective. Oh, he runs right past Scooby. He finds Scooby. He finds Legil. Scorpio now finds Viper, and there's only Radar left. It's a one-on-one now. Oh, how did that not kill? Poochie finds Radar, and it's all over. Let's see how much of that chaos this replay is going to capture. It only gets the one-on-one at the end there, but Silent Purge with that aggression. That smokes just coming out and running through it. Don Patron got 4 kills there. I don't know if he got 4 in that round, but he has 4 kills now. Very good plays by Silent Purge. That changed, right? It was no aggression and then hyper aggression, and it just worked out really well for them. All they have to do is defend this objective, and then it'll move. at my front door. I'm not here. Not here. Everyone's still in the lobby. Here we go. Round 4, map 3, still map decider.
I'm just keeping my head right back here, boys. All right.
All these teams throwing early smokes, and I don't understand it. You can't see where the enemy is coming from if you throw early smokes. I mean, the pre-fire comes out. Scorpio does make it across. He did get hit. He slowed down there, as you saw. But yeah, I just don't understand it. I mean, yeah, it blocks your cross, but where do you really need to get to on defense that you need to smoke it to cross? I mean, why are you pushing that far out? And it allows the enemy to also use those smokes and push up into your positions. It's just not, I don't think it's smart. I'd rather know where people are.
I'll take it here. Throw it back.
Done. Got it. I'm gonna try and get Scorpio. Hold on. I'm gonna cross and try and get Scorpio.
Do you want to say off the talk to her?
I like how they know Scorpio's here. Smoke, or that frag, sorry, coming out and missing. He's gonna shoot Legel in the feet though if Legel peeks anymore. Viper downs Legel actually. Wow, Viper manages to get the kill there. High Fish downing Hoochie in 2, or from 3, sorry. Take a look at that replay, trying to kill that drone. But man, yeah, that was a friendly frag, and then Viper just ran up on him, and Scorpio couldn't get the kill. And apparently they can't kill that drone either. Dawn now running up. He threw a flash, and he's going to run up into the middle. There goes the drone. No more intel for Marsoc. Fish is just walking across to the objective. Ooh, who's gonna see who first? Button's waiting for him. I don't know if he heard him or not. It seems like he did. Fish is just gonna pop up here and shoot. Oh, he heard that. Fish just had some clicks on the radio. I'm not sure what he was asked, but he responded. I don't think they know he's there.
Didn't kill him, still alive.
Didn't even down him. Fish just waiting. Waiting for his moment to strike. Patron finds Radar coming out of the tunnel. Fish, ooh, gets some shots on the button. Doesn't find him. But he comes around the corner and does find him. Viper almost fragging a friendly again, though. Fish finds Sri Lankan on the backside. Don Patron finds Scooby in a trade. And BossFight take their 3rd point. Viper has almost killed, let's see. He killed one with a frag. He almost shot Radar in the red container. And then right there, he almost fragged Fish's position. His identify friend or foe is a little off today. And those kinds of mistakes can cost you. I mean, if you're down a man because you did it, then it's just worse. I mean, if it was a trade, if it was a kill, fine, that gives you information, you know where an enemy is. But if you accidentally kill one of your teammates, you have no information on where the enemy is, you have no trade happening, and you have given away your position, and you're down a player. So, I mean, it's just not, it's like the worst case scenario. Would never Team kills are bad. Team kills are so bad. Now we're moving objectives as we've played those top one. Both those top ones. We're down at the propane and propane accessories. Propane tank objective. Boss fight looking pretty good. They're 3-1. Silent Purge has to win every round from here on out. Or get a cap. I mean, they can get a cap here, but that's still technically winning a round. So they have to win every round that they play from here on out, if they want to stay alive. See how they're feeling. Which is like, someone take my ammo. I'm giving it out for free. Round 5. Silent Purge lean heavily into that smoke and are just rushing up there. Look at that. Scorpio and Dompatron just coming out. Radar finds Hoochie in the tunnel. Dompatron finds one. Viper finds Scorpio. Highfish finds Dompatron. And the trade. And it's over. That's it. I think I can get the whole thing in a replay, guys. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Wow, one. Look at that kill feed just scrolling. And you know what? Hold on, I gotta watch that one more time. If they had killed that last guy 1 second earlier, look at the timer, folks. If they had killed the last guy 1 second earlier, it would have been a round reset. I don't think that's ever happened in a league match. At least not since I've been playing. That, I mean, I don't even know what you would do with that. Like, do you give it to the Marsoc because they killed all the defender? Or, I mean, do you give it to the team that won? Obviously, not Marsoc, but do you give it to the team that's still standing? Because obviously they killed everyone, but the round resets a game mechanic, and if everyone dies before 15 seconds into the round, then it resets. That would be I don't think there's precedence for that. James, if you're still watching, let me know. I'm really curious what would come of that. I mean, obviously, Boss Fight would have won. But, yeah. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Boss Fight coming away with this series 9-8. So a very close game. And, I mean, Silent Purge looks strong all the way through. But Boss Fight just managed to come back on Cargo. And I definitely thought that Silent Purge was going to be the winners on Cargo, just based on previous experience. And watching them play, they're very, very aggressive. But they lean into those smokes, and I think that the problem is you lean into those smokes that much, you don't have any other option. You're all going to rush. You're all going to try and get kills. But as we saw, it got shut down in 15 seconds. So sometimes it works. I mean, I wouldn't be ready for 5 members of the offense to just come running out of smoke, out of mid, 15 seconds into the round. I mean, the benefit that they do have is no grenades can be thrown to stop them. No C4, no grenades. So they know that they're free and clear, and all they have to do is deal with gunshots. And maybe they're banking that they can get the shots first. I don't know. However, that's it for me. I am your host, caster extraordinaire, Triple Nipple. Let's take a look real quick at the upcoming matches, because I believe there are some more matches that are going to be casted. There was a match on OML 2 right now, and I believe that just wrapped up. But later tonight, in, what time is it? 3.5 hours, Warfare versus Delta Squad on Onward Master League 2 with Control Flirt Delete and Xandria, and Questicles and OJC on Onward Master League 1 with Nightfire and myself. So tune in for those, 8 Eastern tonight, and then more games tomorrow. I think there's 3 games casted tomorrow. So be sure to tune in and follow. Hit the follow button. Make sure that you get those notifications when we're live. And that's it. This is your caster, Triple Nipple, signing out.